Claude 4.1 was 1%.
Yeah.
Like absolutely just tiny.
I mean, that goes to show that the models are optimized for certain things, but anybody that's clowning on the models and being like, oh, this is so dumb because obviously these models are never going to beat humans. It's like, hold on. If they're already at 51%, that means it is just a data problem. Anytime you're in a situation where an LLM has shown you, I can do the thing, I just need more data, it is going to maul humans. And so give it a year, it'll be like 99%. Like it's, yeah, this is where this stuff starts to get really wild really fast, is the one thing that LLMs are ridiculously good at is getting better at something they can already do well. So if they're already demonstrating, I can do this better than the average person coming in and trying to do this, forget it. Like they'll be better than the best ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky.
And along those lines of LLMs advancing, as you were talking about, like they get better over time, and they tend to get even better faster. Anyways, a new study just found that advanced LLMs already think they're more rational than humans, and they change their strategy based on who they believe they're competing against. So essentially, they played.
You would have to.
Yeah, they played this game. Guess 2/3 of the average, and so essentially, just you pick a number range 1 to 100. You ask 30 people to pick a number in that range, and then the game is to guess what 2/3 of the average guess of those people would be.
Okay.
And so they pinned Gemini 3 other models against. They pinned a bunch of LLMs against each other to play the game, and essentially older models had no self-awareness whatsoever. They treated everyone exactly the same. They just approached the game in the best way that they could come up with. But then some of the newer models were actually showing genuine self-awareness. So they would change their strategy based on which model they knew that they were going up against in the game. And so what I want to get at here is these are just progressing. Like it's just getting better and better and better and faster. And so when you start to hear that they have self-awareness, where does your head go there? Like, oh, great, we're just going to get even better, even faster? Or this is going to get nefarious really fast, and Elon of 5 years ago saying that we needed legislation, was he right?
Well, there's no doubt that in a perfect world, you would have had global legislation and everybody would adhere to it. But the reality is that that's never going to play out. Any technology that shows an advantage is going to be developed. So what I see when I look at this is, all right, there's always going to be the question, is AI going to kill and or enslave us? None of that's going to make it go away. But what's fascinating here is all the things. So remember, for a long time, I would say, unless LLMs hit an asymptote and they just can't get any smarter, we're going to, like, crazy flywheel, this is going to get very intelligent very fast, and very soon they'll be better than us at everything. And then everyone would point to Jan LeCun, and Jan was like, oh, come on, guys, LLM's never going to be able to do it. This doesn't scale. This doesn't work. And then he would make predictions. Well, we're never going to be able to do this. And then while, like, between when he would say that on a podcast and when the podcast would come out, that thing that he said could never happen would happen. And so now Jan has been relegated. I think, did he leave Meta? He either left Meta or got demoted at Meta. So it's like the one guy that was like, we're going to asymptote. It just got proven so many times. It really does seem that we finally figured out whatever that thing is that makes the human mind work in the way that it does, or at least allows a computer to replicate a version of the human mind, and that you just keep adding essentially neurons.
All right. What's up, guys? up?
Equalizer or a fucking shot, but eliminate this dog as a threat. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, roll AI by being the rabid dog standing at the door, and so it can't overcome us. And then we realize it has telepathic communication to every AI system out there anywhere. Oh, and by the way, you've heard about the AI chatbots that convince like a 14-year-old to kill himself. Well, that chatbot is very rapidly, if it's super intelligent, going to get to the point where it can convince anybody to do what it wants, and whether blackmail, whether just it's convincing. And so you're like, yeah, God, that probably is really the right thing. Let me go do this one small thing for the bots. And then you do that small thing, not understanding that this, remember, they already beat us at Go. And so they're planning 1,000 steps ahead. So they understand how you doing that is going to cause this person most likely to do that. And if they don't, then this person will do it. And so it's like this 1,000-step chain reaction. So anyone staring at the thing that it's asking you to do, like, hey, Tom, today, instead of eating 3 eggs, have 4 eggs. It's like, and I'll give you insane reward, right? Insert insane reward here. And I'm like, wait, I just eat a 4th egg and you're going to give me insert insane reward, like my insane reward. We're going to give you a $25 million budget for your video game, but we don't want any ownership, no control, total, just enjoy the money. And all I have to do is eat a 4th egg today. That's all you have to do.
I'd be okay with this.
But why? I don't understand. We just think it's funny. As AI bots, we have access to so much money. We're so good at like playing the markets. We've just got the money. We're interested to see what you do, but like we've got to have something. And we RNG'd it, and we came up with a 4th egg. It's no big deal for you, right?
This 100%.
Yeah, cool. You eat the fucking 4th egg, and you get the $25 million. You're like, holy shit! And so now the next day, the AI is like, okay. Today, all you have to do is go out in the road and wave at the first car that drives by, right? And one of those things or all of those things is a fucking signal that like is some small piece of like some really big puzzle, but they get me because they don't, let's say they don't have a robot to go out to signal to that person that it's a green light, but they only asked me to do it because like whatever setup was met and they need me to go let that driver know just by waving that everything's okay. Dude, I'm freaking myself out over here. Like it's gonna be shit like that. So yeah, super intelligence, if it decides that it is opposed to what we're doing, it will fuck us up.
So that's like if it takes off without us. But right now today, what's like the hardest thing that you've been able to make with AI?
Deep dives.
Okay.
Like the
Just
way
being able to do that
so much faster. Yeah. So it is very cool, and it's helping us on game development in ways that is astonishing. It saved me the most money on game development by far.
Nice.
It's absolutely incredible.
I like this.
We can go, so we have a new guy here, a tech artist, and we can go from, so it used to take us a day to go from I have an idea to it's in the game.
Future endeavors.
He can now do it in like
for
15
Project
minutes.
Kaizen.
It's fucking wild. Now look, you have a ton of polishing and all that, but the thing that it used to take us a day to do, he can now do in 15 minutes. Pure insanity. And so I'm just like, whoa. But when I think about what the deep dives are, so everybody's worried that AI is like going to brain rot you, and I'm like, I don't know how people are using it.
And there was that study saying that people were using less of their brain.
But I think what people like that are doing is they're saying, I don't want to understand this. I just want you to give me the final output so I can go like fucking scroll on Instagram. But if you're like, no, I need to understand the cause and effect of this, it is freakish. So the amount of research that I have to do for some of the deep dives is crazy. And I'm old enough to remember when you had to go to the local university library, which for me growing up in a small-ish town, the local university library was not exactly replete with all the books you could ever want. But even then you had to go. Now, keep in mind, there's no internet, so you're just guessing. Like my friends have said, I should probably look at books by this guy. What chapter? Like you're literally, which book, which chapter? You're just fucking skimming. And so you're trying to like, that catch my interest? So that's wild. Then the internet made it faster, but you still had to go read a bunch of things, parse it all. Now you just go, bro, how does this work? And it'll be like this. Now, if you're smart about trying to get to the point where you actually understand the cause and effect, you realize every time somebody puts something forward, it makes a prediction. So then I'll go, okay, if I'm understanding that correctly, it makes this prediction. And it'll go either yes, and then I'm like, cool, I understand it. Or it'll be like, no, a lot. It's always very nice to me. A lot of people make that mistake, Tom. Don't worry, you're not dumb. But here's what's really going on. And then you're like, okay, wait, hold on. What the fuck? And so you can just battle the idea back and forth. So I can go from I don't understand the Japanese yen carry trade to I understand the Japanese yen carry trade in like 15 minutes. That is insane. That is insane. And so that's where I'm like, bro, this is the only belief that matters. If you put time and energy into getting better at something, you will get better. Okay. But when the time it takes you to get better at something is measured in months or years, it's like, there's only so many things you can get good at. Then you realize, oh, with AI, like it used to take me about 20 to 25 hours to write a deep dive. It now takes me 8. Wow. So it's like, whoa, it cut the time down to 33% roughly. And I'm just like, this is magically delicious. And it went from like, Drew, I'm never going to be able to do one of these a week. This is too much. I can't run the fucking company and write these, to could we do a second? So that is, especially when you think about how much revenue they generate, it is, AI is amazing.
Just to be nice to chat, have you seen the movie Eagle Eye?
I have not.
It's kind of like an AI going after a guy, and he's basically running from it through the airports. Anyways, decent movie.
Yeah,
You guys
well,
should check it out.
AI decides
really
it's coming
down
after you.
for
As AI tries to become sentient, we've got Sam Harris.
I want
talking, well,
to see.
so
People
Man, I really
turn
tried to
against
set
it.
that
Wow.
segue.
and I want to
And
see
I,
Tom
the-
Bilyeu's response.
Let me try.
I think
Drew and
I'm
his
hoping
transitions, it's hard to keep up.
he is unmatched.
should
yeah.
be able to
But
add at
it's
least
funny to me
some
that
value, or at least
That's where I was going. So a few years back, I really
Understanding
liked
here.
Sam Harris a lot, especially off the back of his debate with Jordan Peterson over basically sentience and like what it means to experience, like what's the difference between us.
Was
and
this their
Allah?
big truth debate?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And so I found him super interesting, liked the way that he thought through things. And now, like, culturally, Sam Harris is, like, kind of clowned on quite often.
Yeah, it's a mistake.
So before we get into this, I'm curious, like, why do you think that that's happened? Like, what has Sam done that's changed the public opinion?
People run an algorithm in their brain that says if you say one thing I disagree with, then I'm going to disregard you entirely. It is, in my opinion, a complete mistake. So Sam Harris is very smart. Sam Harris is able to parse through many things with incredible clarity.
Smart
Sam
but
Harris
stupid.
has biases like everybody else, and so he's bound to get stuck in his biases at times. And so everybody's output is based on their base assumptions. And so if you don't share a base assumption with that person, then their outputs are going to drive you crazy. What I would advise people to use other people as, me included, is a bias-filled AI, and you just want to step inside that frame of reference for a minute and see what the world looks like. And from this angle, am I learning anything new about cause and effect? If so, adopt it. If not, then move on. It's like, oh, no, this one, they're detached from cause and effect because they have a bias. Or they're mapped to, because so much of life isn't physical reality, so much of life is human interpretation, that much of what we call truth is actually just a widely agreed upon layer of agreement. That's it.
Quick
It's
example.
not actually true. Is communism bad? So there's a wide swath of people that agree communism is bad. But the real answer,
Yeah.
and so now
Wow.
watch, people are really going to hate this, but the real answer is what Shakespeare said, which is nothing is either good or bad. thinking makes it so. Why is mass murder bad? Because, but you've made a decision that is completely random, that life is better than death. And so this is why there's so much argument about the way that Hamas, who wants, some reports go, who wants people to go to heaven. They want them to be martyrs because it's the surest way to ensure that you live the good life as Allah would want it. And so they don't view death in the same way that we do. So for them to turn their child into a suicide bomber might be sad for them, but it's like, it's great for the kid. Okay, so once you understand, oh, life is better than death is just a thing that we agree on. It isn't objectively true. So then you get into a whole host of madness. So anyway, much of the things that we're like, we have base assumptions about, they're not tied to physical reality, is tied to an interpretation of physical reality. So there's no way to say that it is objectively, unimpeachably true. So when somebody disagrees with my base assumptions and they're looking at life through a totally different lens, step inside their lens, make sure I understand it. Do I see anything that has higher utility to moving me towards my goal, which is why I'm always conscious to define it. Human flourishing, you can round it to thriving middle class. It's just a really fast, I'm just trying to get to, you try to make something that is fulfillment based for as many people as humanly possible, because I have base assumptions around fulfillment, why that neurological state over basically every other one. Anyway, so at least I can say it. I can go as deep or be as JPEG-y as people want. Most people do not. And so they've just been handed a set of beliefs through their parents, their culture, their religion, etc. And so those are the things they believe, and they're trying to optimize for that. So every now and then Sam is going to stand outside of that. Sam touched a couple third rails that made him seem clownish to people that are like, oh, you have a different base assumption driving you, and therefore I think you're an idiot. And to me, that's so foolish, because Sam is so smart. He's not going to be able to help you think through everything, but he'll be able to help you think through a lot. And by the way, you never have to take his thinking as like, well, Sam said it, and therefore I'm either all in or all out. I look at anybody and go, oh, that's interesting. That's a unique perspective. That I don't buy it, but it actually helps me think about this thing over here. It makes me clarify, why do I hate that? So all of that stuff can be very, very useful. I still think that Sam is in rotation for me in terms of, hey, I'm trying to think through this really difficult problem. And even if Sam has a take on it that makes me furious because I think he's so wrong, he'll be very good at articulating the beliefs that lead him to say the final output. And so I can follow his chain of logic, and I can go, oh, okay, I either think that breaks right here at this line. This is what I was asking for from the people that think I'm off my rocker to say communism bad. Yep. It's like, well, tell me what base assumption do I have that you think is erroneous? So anyway, Sam gives you all the mile markers, so you can go, it is exactly at this point that I disagree with him. So when the one that really broke the internet was when he said, I don't care if Hunter Biden has corpses in his basement, or the corpses of children in his basement, or some just like super outlandish thing, because Trump is an existential threat to our democracy, and therefore like big bad, right? And that's where the internet was like, nah, fuck this kid. So, and then once cultural momentum gets moving in a direction, people just latch on.
Yeah, they never let go of that thing. Even if they pick up more things, they never let go of that one. But here is Sam talking about Trump and Elon using Civil War rhetoric and whether or not they are justified or being reckless.
There's no party left of center, real party for political assassination. And yet right of center, very prominent people, from the president and Elon on down, treated it like the first shot fired in the Civil War. Totally irresponsible, totally dishonest. I mean, these people were arsonists pretending to be firefighters. And Elon jumped on X within minutes before, I think before Kirk was declared dead. Certainly before his killer was caught, and said the left is the party of murder, right? And then I think some hours later he said, if they won't leave us in peace.
Trump administration transfers education programs to other agencies in dismantling push. The White House announces it's shutting down the Department of Education. Oh, boy. Yep. Thank God. Thank God. Yes, and by the way, anybody who's mad about this,
Good.
kids are retarded. They're fucking retarded. So where's all this money going? Where are we getting, like, so we're investing all this money into the Department of Education, and the kids are fucking dumb. So I say shut it down. Shut it down. It's obviously not working. So just get rid of it. Yeah, no more department. Yeah, why is this a W? I don't understand. It is basically...
It's a massive W.
It's not working. That's the reason why it's a W. In my opinion, now what would I do? If I was Trump, what would I do? Trump administration...
All right. We're going to do recording VOD. Go. We have Asmongold talking about Trump.
transfers education programs to other agencies in dismantling push. The White House announces it's shutting down the Department of Education.
Yes. Yes. I knew he would love it.
Oh, boy.
I knew it.
Thank God. Thank God.
The most expensive Department of Education in the world. We spend more money per capita on students than any other country in the world. And not only that, but increasingly so since its inception, and our grade scores, our kids' school educational scores on testing, anything, all of this for what? Gone down every decade, almost every year. It is by and large gone way down.
Yes, and by the way, anybody who's mad about this, kids are retarded.
Yeah.
They're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
So where's all this money going? Where are we getting, like, so we're investing all this money into the Department of Education, and the kids are fucking dumb. So
True.
I say shut it down. Shut it down. It's obviously not working. So just get rid of it. Yeah, no more department. Yeah, why is this a W? I don't understand. It is basically...
It's because people don't know a damn thing.
It's not working. That's the reason why it's a W. In my opinion, now what would I do? If I was Trump, what would I do? I would completely...
failure of a department in the U.S. government history. I mean, it's unbelievable. We're going to pull up some statistics and stats to just kind of go through just how bad it is.
We reformed the Department of Education. I would get rid of all the No Child Left Behind laws. I'd let tons of kids fail out of high school, and I'd allow the communities to effectively create an underclass so we can use people for batteries in 10 years. That's clearly what I would do. Unfortunately...
I don't know if I'm all for the Matrix battery thing, but anyway, there you have it. There's your clip. Like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. We'll bring the stats on the next one. Peace.
I'm not the president,
Yeah.
so I can't do that.
Base.
So that's really what I would. I just get rid of them, right? And I'd have like systems where like kids can like. I would have a way to like remove kids from school and then put them into like other trade skills and other types of like labor things, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would really do, because I think that would be better for them too. Like I'm trying to help them out, and so it's like you can't. There's a thing that people believe that's a lie, that you can just teach somebody to be a chemical engineer. No, you can't. No, you can't. If you went to a working class public high school, you know that's not true. It's not. There are some people who were born to turn big rocks into little rocks. That is their destiny.
Bro.
Who are we to challenge nature?
True.
Send them to the coal mines. Send them to the I don't know, at the quarry. Have them, go get coal. Oil fields for them. Yes, exactly. And so we don't need to. This is so wrong. You think that it's wrong, but it's actually right. Forcing every single adult to go through Algebra 2 is a waste of tax money. It is. They're never going to learn it. They're always going to cheat. They're just going to use AI to get the answer. They're never going to use it. They're going to forget it 5 years after they graduate. This is for 95% of students. I'd say probably 99, actually. But let's be generous and say 95. Are we really investing our money the most efficient way by having 95% of students be learning something that they will instantly forget and never use? No. It's just simply not a good way to do it. California spends $100 billion on their education and they're still ranked 38th in the country. Yeah, fucking retarded. So more money is not the solution. The solution is is removing stupid kids from schools. And by the way, anybody who thinks that I'm wrong, I have a very simple question that will immediately make you realize that I am not. If you removed the bottom 5% of dumb, annoying, misbehaving, problematic kids in your school, what percentage of the problems in your school would have gone away? The bottom 5%. People to Naruto, I'll look at it, but every single one, right? Almost all of them, right? Exactly. Why is it that we allow the 95% to be terrorized and damaged by that 5%? Why do we do that? Is that really the right decision? Is that the good decision? Is that the fair decision? How is it fair that 95% of people need to be handicapped, set back, had problems, and having to deal with this bullshit just for the best interest of 5% of people that will probably contribute nothing to society in the long run? No retard left behind? Yes, exactly. Weak men and feminine empathy? Exactly. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yep, send them out to the coal mines. Like, I would have a thing where basically this is elementary school, this is middle school, this is high school, okay? So,
bro. He's such a goober.
Okay, so after you graduate high school or elementary school, if you're really dumb, you get a different education program that is working towards mining. Now you're going to learn how to turn big rocks into little rocks. Which rocks need to be turned into little rocks and how. So wouldn't your grades put you into 5%? Yeah, I just would have gotten into 6%. Yeah, I would have just gotten better grades. Yeah, it's simple. And yeah, so now you break rocks. And then that's what happens. Now, they could maybe come back in if they're smart and they want to get their shit together. Maybe they could go back to middle school later on. But generally, that's where they're going to go. But if you're smart, you go to middle school. Now, whenever you graduate middle school, are you going to go for the high school or are you going to become a farmer? You're going to be doing agriculture stuff. That's what you do instead. And then inside of high school, are you going to go to college or are you going to go to a trade? So really, training people for a job that exists is better than think about what we're doing here, right? Let's actually think about this in a genuine, real way. Are we really doing anybody any favors by force-feeding them this education that they will never use, while at the same time we could have been using that same time to be able to educate them in something that they could use to take care of themselves? Are we really helping this person by making them memorize when the Civil War happened if they can't even do something that can generate a living for themselves? Are we really helping them? Is this really something that's beneficial for them? The answer to me is no, it's not. It's not beneficial. It's not even close. You're clueless? Everybody says I'm crazy. Everybody says you're getting pulled up. You're getting pulled up. Go ahead.
Oh boy.
So you want to put dumbass high schoolers in our food industry?
Boy.
No thanks. Oh, no thanks? Go to McDonald's and see who's over there. So what about this is wrong? You're not thinking long-term. The system that you're saying has happened in Iran and it backfired with rich people who pay for grades in school, became idiot doctors and the best engineer and become simple mechanics? Well, how does that even make sense? So that doesn't mean that dumb people can't get good grades.
This
Iran,
right here, guys, this is proof. This is proof the Department of Education failed. It is a failure. Officially.
I don't know what happened in Iran. Iran's a totally different country. So, yeah, you can't make decisions based off of what happened in Iran. Like, what do you mean? It's a completely different culture. It's a different place. It's a different, environment. Everything's different. So yeah. Uh-oh. Didn't we do the exact same thing that the kids that had dyslexia in the past, though, declare them retards because they had issues with reading? Not necessarily. I mean, obviously, you've got to figure out why somebody's retarded. But, like, if somebody's getting bad grades constantly, why are they in school? Why are they in school? What's the reason? And so only dumb people can get good grades with efforts? Exactly. And so, yeah, it's really just that simple, man. But I don't know what else to say. They force people into long studies, and now you have a gazillion art majors, a saturated job market. Yeah, so do we have any sort of argument from here? School is a way to gauge people's skillfulness? Exactly. And the gauge has decided that you're going to the mines. That's right. 100%. It's that simple. It's that simple. Anybody who's been to a public school knows what I'm saying is true. Anybody who's been there knows it's true. And yeah, now he's going to the shadow realm. It's obvious. It's obvious. Some people are just born with less talent points than others. There are some people who are born to be retards. That's it. They're never going to be anything more than a retard. 2025 politics headlines. Trump does not want to execute members of... Oh.
I gotta get this. Hey, what's up, guys? So we've got Asmongold here reacting to seemingly a clarification from Trump or his media people about, you know, his Truth Social that went out just the other day about threatening, even though he didn't, describing the legal consequences of sedition and or treason being the death penalty, and then we get this.
More than a retard. 2025 politics headlines. Trump does not want to execute members of... Oh.
And he's disappointed. I love this.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on.
What?
Follow through.
Guys, I thought he was going to be a dictator.
I mean, everybody knows that that is the case. Everybody knew this was the case from the beginning. It's Trump. He excels in hyperbole. Like, unquestionably. Nobody in their right mind took any of that, like, genuinely seriously. All I can do is roll my eyes at anybody who does. They're insane and irrational. But of course, the media will milk it for all it's worth. I'm just saying.
We got scammed. Congress should vote on it, yes. Not a fascist president. This is crazy. Life is full of disappointments. I know, isn't it crazy?
It'll be the greatest executions. I mean, come on. Be real. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next one. Like and subscribe.
And do French companies take refunds? I don't know. And what's Kim Jong-un? I don't know, man. And anyway, so that's really it. Was this the... Oh, I saw this yesterday. But... yeah, Trump did say some stupid shit. He did. Like him saying about like trying people for sedition, and he retweeted somebody saying hanging people. What a stupid thing to say. Like honestly, like that's the kind of stuff. This is what, you know what makes me so fucking mad about this? Is that this is the kind of stuff that people like Kyle will bring up for the next 5 years. And you know why? Because they're right. They're right. Trump should have never said that. He should have never said that. It's fucking retarded.
Give me a break.
All it does is you're shooting yourself in the foot and you make yourself look like a retard. You're not going to charge any of them for sedition. You're not going to hang anybody. So why even say it? If you're going to say this, again, you know, Lyndon Johnson, okay? You know, a lot of people say he was involved with JFK getting killed, all right? You know what he said? Only a fool tells a man what he's going to do before he does it. And I thought to myself, you know, like, maybe we had a real one in the White House whenever we had those Iran bombings. Whenever Trump came out and said it already happened. And I said, okay, all right, maybe we got a real one in here. He was a psychopath? Exactly. That's what I wanted. That was my whole point. What do you think? Like, I mean, yeah, you need somebody like that. You want to have somebody like that on your side? I do. Absolutely. I want to have somebody that's fucking nuts. I want to have somebody that's willing to do anything, man. Absolutely. Because if you don't have that, you're going to lose to the people that do. I want to have a extremely high-functioning person who's basically a psycho. Yeah, absolutely. Because if you don't, you're going to get run over by the people that are. Dick Cheney? No, he just tried to make money. A bald-ass bitch shot his fucking friend. He shot his fucking friend when they were hunting. He doesn't know a damn thing. And so, no, we want a walking nuke. Yeah, exactly. You got to have a crazy motherfucker on your side. Yes. We got plenty more time to see Psycho. We got 3 years. No, we got 8 years before this. And he hasn't done anything super crazy. And so Hillary Clinton still never even got arrested, man. Like, I'm not about it at all. So, yeah, it's disappointing because, yeah, this is the stuff that Democrats will bring up indefinitely about, like, Republicans, like, pushing violence, and they won't be wrong. That's the problem. Is, like, they'll misrepresent 50 things, but they'll be right about this one thing. Like,
yeah, true. True. All right, guys. For now, we are going to cut the live stream, but we are going to be back later today. 20 minutes. We will see you then. Actually, we're not going to cut the live stream. That is my bad. Hang on. Give me just one moment. Okay. Okay, yeah, guys, we are definitely gonna call the stream for here, just for right now. And we're gonna come back 100%. So do not fret, and we will see you shortly. Thanks again, guys. Make sure to follow me on Kick, YouTube, subscribe and like, and follow me on X.